never thought I would say this publicly. I am a recovering alcoholic, and today, October 26th, I'm exactly 2 years sober. And I'm going to try not to get emotional through this, but it is a very emotional thing for me. For over 5 years, 18 to 24-ish, I lived in a cycle that I couldn't moderate. Once I started, I couldn't stop. Every morning was a hangover, and I'd tell myself I'd wait later to drink, but I'd give in again. Most of the time in the mornings just to feel normal from the night before. I made decisions that hurt me and the people that I love. I felt trapped, angry, ashamed. Most days I prayed not to wake up. For a long time, I even took a twisted kind of pride in being what I thought was a functioning alcoholic. I'd shock myself with the sheer amount of alcohol I could consume and still appear to function at what I thought was a normal capacity. The truth is, the amount that I was drinking was extreme. Most people who were close to me had no idea just how under the influence I was. I was in a complete love affair with alcohol, and I loved keeping it a secret. The secrecy itself almost became exciting, like something I had to protect. But in reality, that secrecy and self-deception kept me sick for years. Some have even heard me say alcohol is the love of my life because it will never leave me and it always makes me feel good. When in reality, it is the biggest lie I've ever known. And I'm not going to go into the details of all of my past hurts, pain, physical and mental things that I went through, medical things. I'm not going to go through those things because that's not the part of my story that I would like to share. You can ask me any question. I don't want to do this spectacle of this is what I went through and this is why I drank so much and this is why I hurt the people that I love. This story is about recovery and how I found that. So that's what we're going to focus on. My turning point came when I realized I was about to run away from everything again. Not because I thought it would save me, but because I wanted to escape the criticism of the people that still loved me. In that moment, I reached out to my parents and I told them the truth about everything that was going on and that I could not do this alone. It was my decision and my idea to go to rehab because I knew I could not just keep living the same life minus alcohol. My brain, my patterns, everything in my life, my surroundings needed to change if I was going to survive. Some people see rehab as extreme. I saw it as a lifeline. I needed to be removed from my situation in order to start to put things back together. I spent 50 days in Florida, and the people I met, the lessons I learned, the support of my family became priceless turning points. But if I'm being honest, the only reason I am here today is by the grace of God. At first, my faith was practically abandoned. I was reluctant to lean on it at all. But looking back now, I can clearly see the hand of God. He placed the right people and the right opportunities in my life at the right time. He is faithful. He guided my steps when I could not guide them myself. And sobriety doesn't mean life gets easier. In fact, this past year has been one of the hardest years of my life. In August, my mom and dad divorced after 37 years of marriage. It was something unexpected for me, pretty much all of my family, and everybody we knew. I won't go into detail, but it has been a very challenging. The most difficult part was having to endure this season sober. What I will say is that walking through this sober has been the truest test of my sobriety and faith. And it has shown me again and again that God is near to the brokenhearted in every season of pain. Gently, but clearly. If you're a parent who thinks it's harmless to let your kids drink under your supervision before they're of age, please consider how that may affect them long term. During those years of impressionable development, alcohol can feel like a superpower. Dopamine, liquid courage, carelessness, lack of self-consciousness. I know because that's what it became for me. I got engaged in a bar at just 18 years old, drinking and celebrating in a place that treated me like an adult that I wasn't yet. That experience only deepened my belief that alcohol was the answer, when in reality, it was the trap. And don't let today's drinking culture fool you. Everything around us seems to be designed to normalize and celebrate this toxic poison that makes us feel so good. Every event, every celebration, every gathering seems to be centered on it. Culture tells you that alcohol is the answer to everything and you deserve it. Knock the edge off. Don't believe that lie. I did, until it took control of every single decision I made. I'm not here to shame anybody. Some people can moderate themselves and handle it just fine, but there are others like me who absolutely cannot. One is far too many, and 1,000 is never enough. I still struggle. In recovery, you hear the phrase, we as alcoholics are irritable, restless, and discontent. And that is still true for me at times. Sometimes, all of the time, it feels like. I have relationships that I've abandoned and haven't made amends for yet. I've had relationships I've had to walk away from because of the acceptance of this lifestyle. I struggle with communication. Those closest to me know I can go radio silent when I am down. Sobriety isn't a finish line. It's a daily decision and a process of continuous growth. I want to be crystal clear, I do not have this all figured out. I have no idea what the future holds, but I do know God is faithful. If I lean on Him, He will give me the strength to continue on my path of sobriety. And there are other things that I have leaned on to keep me sober, but the only one that allows me to sustain this lifestyle is trusting Him. Even as I wrote this 20 days ago when it was put on my heart, before I even decided that I was gonna post videos for HighLevel and things like that, I feel reservations about posting it. Self-doubt creeps in. What will people think of me? Especially with these interactions and engagements now, because I've put myself out there in the tech world, but I'm keeping that promise to myself about telling my story. So this addiction has completely crippled me. It has tested me in so many different ways, but I know what the right decision is. It's to not pick up. If you're struggling, please know this. There are ways out. There are people who care. There are people that love you, even when the damage you've done feels like it's too much. And above all, there is a God that loves you endlessly. He wants the best for you. He is faithful and He can guide your steps too. I am not a counselor, but I am a friend. If you are struggling or you have questions about how to seek help, my inbox is open. I'm here to listen. Here's to 2 years sober and to trusting God every day ahead, one day at a time.